Well, I did not plan on making this video today, nor did I plan on making another reaction video so soon. But NBA.com have come out with their Western Conference power rankings, and this list has some of the rankings so egregious compared to what I think they should be that we need to talk about it. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about these rankings as we go through it. Let me know what you guys would change, anything that is drastically different from what you feel it should be. And I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts on it here right now. So the Suns at number 1. I like the Suns still. I still think the Suns are going to be good. And obviously, I get it. They were in the finals last year. I'm a big fan of that Suns team. I really like the players on that team. I really like Mo Williams. I think they're a very good team. And they still will be next year. DeAndre Ayton will probably be better. Bridges will probably be better. Devin Booker, Chris Paul have another year together. Chris Paul, of course, is a year older. Nonetheless, it's still going to be a good team. But ahead of the Lakers, a healthy Lakers, with all the additions they've made, I don't know about that one. That one's a little bit suspect to me. The Suns at number 2, I have no problem, but I think the Lakers, you pretty much have to have number 1 on a Western Conference power ranking list. That I don't think is really up for too much debate. If you disagree with me in the comment section, please let me know, but Lakers have to be number 1 for me. Suns are still at number 2. That I have no problem with. The Jazz at number 3 are weird to me, because it depends on what you're basing this on. If you're basing this on regular season, then sure, I think Jazz at number 3 is probably fine. But if you're basing this off of playoffs and potential playoff success and title odds, then no shot. For me personally, at least, Utah just aren't built for the playoffs. They're a really good regular season team. They remind me of the really good Atlanta Hawks teams back with Coach Bud when they had those 5 All-Stars with Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, Al Horford, Paul Millsap, and DeMarre Carroll? Yeah, I think it was DeMarre Carroll. I think that was the starting 5. Anyways, the 60-win Hawks, it reminds me of, the Jazz remind me of that Hawks team. They're very good in the regular season. The Jazz are better than that Hawks team as far as I'm concerned, having a go-to guy in the likes of Donovan Mitchell. But this Jazz team still isn't going to be any team that gets any further than the second round as far as I'm concerned. They just don't have the talent. They don't have the scoring options. They don't have that playoff mentality, that playoff scoring that they need. That go-to guys that can get you buckets. It's Donovan Mitchell, and if Donovan Mitchell's not on, they're hooped. Mitchell might win you a couple of games, but I don't think they have enough. We saw that last year against the Clippers, and I don't think that is going to change. Now moving along, Dallas. I like Luka Doncic. I think the Mavericks are slightly better this coming season. But at the end of the day, Dallas is still only as good as Luka can take them. Luka is only one player, and I think Luka is one of the best players in the league. But until they can rearrange some pieces, get a better co-star for Luka, if KP gets moved or figures out his game, one of those things have to happen for this Mavericks team to be ranked this high in the Western Conference. I still think the Mavericks are definitely a playoff team, but I don't think they're anywhere near as high as 4. The Clippers at 5, I guess depends on whether Kawhi comes back, and this definitely then indicates to me that this has to be a postseason ranking and not an in-season ranking, because Kawhi is going to be hardly back for the regular season, if not at all. So there's no shot the Clippers are finishing 5th, and that's what they're predicting for the Western Conference next season. The Clippers with Kawhi, if he's back healthy and has a couple of weeks before the playoffs start, sure. If not, then the Clippers are probably not even in the top 8 here as far as a title contender. And that really, so it really just depends on the Kawhi injury, so you can value that up or down based on when you think Kawhi will come back. Denver at number 6 is absolutely disgraceful to me personally. I know Jamal Murray is going to miss a significant portion of the season, but he should be back with enough time to get about a month or so at the least before the playoffs start. So he'll have a bit of running time. He should be getting that rust off. He should be back in decent form on playoff time. This was a Denver Nuggets team that looked very good last year, that were, quite frankly, sure they didn't do well against the Suns in the second round. But nonetheless, I think this team with Jokic, with Jamal Murray, with some of the additions they've made over the summer, I really like some of the moves they've made. I think they're going to be in a good spot for next year. I think they've improved their defense. They've also gotten to the spot now where they're going to have better depth next year because Campazzo had to play significant minutes. He's in a much better spot. Austin Rivers, of course, was very good for them, so he's going to be good depth. moving forward. They also added the like of Jeff Green, who I think is going to be a very good bench piece for them, a good leader. When he can give them some good defense, can handle the ball a bit if they need as well. He can just do a little bit of everything, makes those winning types of plays. So I think this Denver Nuggets team is kind of going to be a team that, again, is going to go under the radar. And it's Denver, I get it. They're always going to go under the radar. But I think they probably should be in that number 3 spot, as far as I'm concerned, and behind the Suns and the Lakers. I think they have the MVP. That has to be accounted for. They have Jamal Murray, have good pieces around them. MPJ is going to be looking to have an even better season again next year. He had absolutely amazing efficiency on good numbers last year, and I don't doubt that he'll continue to improve this coming year. Throw Jamal Murray back in the mix. I think this Denver team is very good. And the next most disrespected team on this list, I think, is the Golden State Warriors. They come in at number 7, and they were the 8th seed last year, or pardon me, 8th seed? Golden State Warriors on this list are arguably one of the most disrespected teams alongside the Denver Nuggets. This is a team that nearly made the playoffs last year, coming in as the 9 seed ultimately. At the end of the year, they almost made the playoffs. This was with, of course, no Klay Thompson. And this was in the season where Andrew Wiggins really stepped out, really showed that he could be a valuable piece on this team. They've added a lot more depth to this team this year. They've added Andre Iguodala. Some of the young players have improved. Jordan Poole, Michael Mulder will be better this year. Also, as I mentioned, they brought back Andre Iguodala. They brought in Emmanuel Bjelica. They've also now drafted Kuminga and Moses Moody, who can play roles on this team. They have a lot of depth on this team now compared to what they had the last couple of years. Klay Thompson coming back in. Sure, he's not going to be back at the start of the year, but as long as he can have some level of health, he should be in a decent shape heading into the playoffs. You're talking about Draymond, Klay, Curry, all the depth they have around those guys. James Wiseman should be back from injury and hopefully better in year 2. I don't think the Warriors should be considered front runners for the title, by no means. But behind the Clippers, without Kawhi, presumably, behind the Mavericks, and even behind the Jazz, I think is a bit ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. This team knows how to win titles, coaching staff and players, and I think they have to be respected a lot more on this list. Moving down, I don't really disagree with anything too much. I think Portland will be a playoff team again, assuming that Damian Lillard does not get traded, which all signs at this point would indicate to the fact that he is not, even though he would still kind of think there's a move there, but as of right now, it doesn't appear to be that way. And as the roster currently stands, and that definitely makes sense. Memphis at number 9, I think, is very well deserved as well. They made the 8th seed for a reason last year, and I think they'll be even better this year coming forward. Despite the fact that they've lost Jonas Valanciunas, I think you'll still continue to see more internal development. Dillon Brooks is going to have a real breakout year. I'm going to talk about that more in a video later down the road. I think Dillon Brooks is going to be a borderline all-star this year. I think John Morant's going to be a borderline all-star this year. There's going to be a lot of quality on this Memphis Grizzlies team. More internal improvement and a very good season from them. The Timberwolves at number 10 I really like as well. They had a really good run towards the back end of last year, so that's fine. The Pelicans, still don't believe in them a ton. I could see them being below the Kings, but I think 11 or 12 is there. And then Spurs, Rockets, Thunder. You can flip them around in any order, but that's definitely the bottom 3 in the West, because I think the top 12 can all compete for the playing games in the playoffs. The Spurs, Rockets, and Thunder are just kind of doing their own thing, fighting for a high pick in the draft. So most notably, it's the Jazz, it's Mavericks, and then it's the Nuggets and the Warriors. Clippers, I guess, again, just depends on the Kawhi injury. But the Jazz and the Mavericks, I think, are way too high. The Warriors and the Nuggets are definitely too low. And noticeably so, to a point where I felt like I needed to make this video to share my thoughts. I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on it and see if you guys agree or disagree. Again, if you guys don't like these reaction videos, let me know. If you do enjoy them, let me know. But when I see a power rankings list, if I agree with it, I'm probably not going to make a video about it. But when I see rankings like this that are just egregiously poor and over-respecting or disrespecting some teams or players, whatever the rankings list is, then I kind of feel the need to talk about it, and so that's what I did here with today's video. I'll probably continue to do these if you guys do enjoy them moving forward. So be sure to let me know. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this. And we are now, I guess, only a bit of a month away from the season, which is absolutely beautiful. So we've got about a month of more off-season content coming. I got some rookie discussions, some young player discussions. well as some team-centered videos moving forward as well, some thoughts on different teams, and then season preview videos to wrap out towards the season as well. Well, if that's all things that you're interested in, then be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, hit a like if you did enjoy the video. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.